Hi guys, Adam here as per usual for another FAQ Friday. This week's question comes in from a friend of mine, Chris De Rycke, and this was on Facebook. And he basically asked, how do you go about taking an idea or a few ideas and expanding that into a full song or sequencing it into a full song? Again, like a lot of the questions I'm getting, this is very based within composition, a little bit in kind of music theory, I guess, because that can only aid your composition. But I don't have time to kind of go into all my sort of processes and theories and things on writing it, and it also would not be fair to the students that pay me for exactly this kind of lesson. So if anyone's interested in lessons more depth in composition and analysis and using that in your own composition, get in touch, give me a shout, we'll talk about it. For me, the process tends to be quite organic. A lot of compositional tips and techniques out there that you can use to aid your composition if you kind of become stuck in a rut. One of the things to do that I do a lot is write down pretty much every riff I come up with. Either write down or record every idea that I come up with. In your bed, out. Write down or record every idea I come up with. So I've got like a pool of ideas, and you might find you're writing a song and then you go, oh, right, I'm really stuck. So I'll look through my riff sort of catalogue that I've come up with, play through them, listen to them, look at them, whatever, and I'll go, that riff, if I move that to the key of E flat or whatever, that riff's going to really work in the context of this song. It's exactly what I'm looking for. And you'll find a lot of the time that happens. Going back to basics, so if you have one section already, why try and create another massive section, another original piece of music, unless you're doing a lot of kind of progressive stuff that I do. If you're writing pop or rock songs, a lot of the time you can rehash your same idea over and over again and use the harmony to kind of change the sound of the music. So people often worry about, this riff, that riff, or the melody, or this lick, or whatever if you're writing instrumental stuff. Focus too much on trying to change the melody. Change the harmony, focus on the harmony. So over a D note in your melody, you could use lots of different chords. If you're writing in the key of D minor, you're probably going to use a D minor chord. But you could use a G major chord, and these are just the basic ones. You could use a G major chord, B minor chord in there. Use whatever harmony you want. So you could take an A minor chord and whack a D in there. So you've got like a sort of 11 type sound. You could take an F major chord and put a D in there, so you're having like an F6 or F13 kind of sound. Change the harmony underneath the melody. It's not always about the melody. It's really tricky. It's one of those things. It's like writing a book. You're not going to be able to sit down and write a book every day. And likewise, I could probably write a song every day, but the quality of those songs wouldn't be great. So if a song takes you years to write, don't worry about it. Leave it for a while. Come back to it, and you'll find that a couple of weeks, a couple of months, a couple of years down the line, you've developed enough technique, enough skill, enough theory knowledge or something to be able to fix that problem that you had originally. Or 2 weeks down the line, you might just write a riff and then go, that riff is going to fit in that song. Either let it settle and it'll come naturally, or you can sit and you can really force it using theory. But that requires a good knowledge of theory and composition. So I hope that answers your question, Chris. I know I rambled on a bit as per usual. There's lots of things to consider, lots of variables in there. But yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit. If you want to talk in more detail, give me an email, give me a call, give me a message on Facebook /Adam Ironside Music, adam@adamironside.com. Keep your questions and suggestions coming, and see you next Friday, guys. Take it easy.